Welcome to DYS Untold. So, what I want to talk about is Somerville Mentor, Cross Street, Somerville, Massachusetts. The year was 1988. Somerville Mentor, Cross Street, Somerville, Massachusetts. Welcome to DYS Untold. So Somerville Mentor, when I first went there, they only housed 7 kids, but they had one extra bed, and it was called the 8th bed. The 8th bed was the shit bed. You did not want to be in the 8th bed. They used to drive us to this DYS around 10, 11 o'clock at night, and you was the 8th bed. So they used to just rush you in, make you take a shower, put you in this room, you would go to sleep. That morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, you're a young kid, 12, 13, 14, they'd pick you up, shackle, handcuff you, drive you court to court to court, dropping all the DYS kids off all the way back to Middleton Intake. Now, Middleton Intake was on Gregory Road, I think it was. Now, Gregory Road in Middleton is right next to Danvers, and it's on the same property as the Danvers State Hospital and farmhouses that they used to house us in, because that's exactly what they were. They were farmhouses. Intake, where kids would sit there all day. We would sit there, we would get there, say 1 o'clock p.m., and we would sit there until 8 o'clock at night. And the DYS transportation, they would figure out where you was going, and they would come in and they would say, you're going to Brockton, you're going to Somerville, you're going to Westboro, you're going to Rosendale. And it's funny because the girl DYS kids, they were right there too. So we was actually sitting intake on these couches, eating Cheez-Its, watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off, all the movies that was out back then. They would go drop all the kids off, and then they would circle back and drop you off. You would be the last person they would drop off in Somerville, because it was making its way back towards Middleton. And you would get there 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, all the DYS kids are sleeping, and they would just rush you in. Take a shower, you gotta take all your clothes off, strip down, take a shower. Then you go in this room with some kid, and you know, he's still awake, and you're the 8th bed, you know, you say a couple of words, you climb up on the punk bunk, and then you would go to sleep. And then that morning, 6 o'clock, here comes transportation. They're picking you up, shackling you, handcuffed. You're in the van with all these other DYS kids, and they're going court to court to court, dropping all the kids off. The reason why I'm saying this, because it's traumatizing, right? The trauma of it, to think that, you know, you're going all these places inside this transportation van, shackled and handcuffed, going inside these courthouses. Kids getting dropped off. You see kids coming in crying, they're getting picked up. You're at Middleton Intake all day, so you're bumping into everybody. Because when you're that 8th bed, you're going back to the intake. So once you go back there, you're sitting there, you bump into all your friends or kids that you've seen before throughout the system going in and out, and you're having these conversations with these kids. So what you see right here is Somerville Mentor. Actually added another side to it. That other side, now at that point, I think they held like 16 kids. But as you can see, it was an apartment building. There was 2 sides. It was a shelter care, but it was locked. They had a pool table downstairs. We used to play double dribble. We used to go to the park down the street. One kid I know, we were playing basketball. He did the good old, threw the basketball real far. Hey, I'm gonna go get the basketball. The staff's like, go ahead. He went to go get the basketball, and he was gone. Yeah, he ran to go get the basketball, but he just kept running. Another kid AWOL from DYS. Crazy, and they couldn't chase him because there was only so many staff members, you know, at the time. And it's crazy because where we used to go to the park in Somerville, it was right next to the Assembly Square Mall. So most of us would run to the Assembly Square Mall if you ran from Somerville Mentor or Charlestown Foster Homes. So nothing has changed. As much as we want to sit around and act like everything's changed because of the internet, nothing has changed. Kids are still getting locked up The laws are the same. It's going to be an old law. It's going to be an old jail. That's going to catch you up, right?
It's coming home. Coming home. And now they're arresting me.
I've been here and there on the run, you know what I mean? True story, you know? Department of Youth Service. Juvenile detention, planning escapes, elephant print Jordan, Max L tapes.